Hi guys, and welcome back to Movies That Matter with the Viking. And Ray Fisher, Cyborg himself, is trying to take down Geoff Johns, Joss Whedon, and John Berg. Not because he doesn't like those people, I'm sure he doesn't like them that much either, but because of their behavior on set after Zack Snyder left back in 2017. There was more than just a film that was changed. You know, they came in, their job was to rewrite and reshoot scenes, but apparently that's not all they did. Their behavior on set was terrible, maybe even racist, sexist, just not a good working environment. And Ray Fisher over the last few weeks has been calling out those three men huge, big time on Twitter, on social media, on Instagram, on Twitch, even at JusticeCon. But Ray Fisher is putting his career on the line to call out the bad behavior, the wrongdoings that happened back in 2017. Because Zack Snyder, anyone who's worked with Zack always has a good word to say about him. He makes a great, friendly, family environment to work in. Everybody loves it. But it sounds like when Geoff Johns and Joss Whedon and John Berg came in, they made it a nightmare. Well, Geoff Johns was already there, of course. He tampered with Batman vs Superman in ways as well. Probably not as much as he did on Justice League, but was trying to get his nose in there. John Berg, of course, was also there. But Zack had to deal with the two of those when making Justice League. And it was a nightmare, I'm sure, for Zack also. And he lost his love, his passion for what he was doing, which is understandable. Then when Zack left, Geoff Johns got more of a responsibility, got more of a role, more of a say. Joss Whedon brought in. So it seems like things were pretty bad. But Ray Fisher isn't stopping in calling out these men and their behavior. Yesterday he tweeted, during the LA reshoots of Justice League, Geoff Johns summoned me to his office to belittle and admonish my agent's attempts to take grievances up the proper chain of command. He then made a plainly veiled threat to my career. This behavior cannot continue. Now Ray has said that it's all going to come out about these men and what happened. He can't give us the full details with contracts, maybe NDAs, maybe stuff like that. There's loads of things getting in the way. But he says he has proof. He wouldn't be coming out unless he did have proof or there is people to back him up. So fair play to Ray Fisher. He's putting his career on the line. He's putting his name on the line to call out these men and their behavior, which I think is absolutely so brave for him. Because he's not a huge movie star. Not everybody knows who Ray Fisher is. 2017 was supposed to be his breakout role. It was supposed to be the role that everybody would be able to say, oh, that's the guy from Justice League. That's Ray Fisher. That's Cyborg. But it ended up being a disaster for him and maybe even his career going forward after that in 2017 because he hasn't been in much projects. And he's a very good actor. He's a theatre-trained actor. He was in True Detective Season 3 and he gave a very, very solid performance. So he's trained to be this actor. And Zack chose him to be Cyborg. And the two of them seem to have such a good relationship. So there's no doubt that anything that Ray Fisher's in, he will act the shit out of it because he is trained properly and he is a top tier actor. But he's putting his career on the line. He doesn't care about this. He doesn't. He wants to stand up for injustice. He wants to stand up for what's right. And that's brilliant. Now, I know there's a lot of kind of negativity or a lot of people saying the other cast members came up to back Ray Fisher, back Zack Snyder in that aspect. Well, what I say is we can't really judge those people. We don't know what circumstances they go on through in their personal life. We don't. It's all about perception, perspective. It really is. Ben Affleck there, he probably wants to live a quiet life now, especially from all the hardships he's gone through over the last few years. He seems finally happy. Jason Momoa has a very young family. Gal Gadot is supposed to be promoting Wonder Woman 84. She doesn't want to tamper any negativity around that. Ezra Miller has to keep his head down because he's already had some stuff in his personal life that could have threatened his role as the Flash. And we've only actually seen his first appearance got to do with the Flash there recently online, got to do with the marketing for DC fandom. But Zack is back. He will back Ray Fisher up big time. He will. And I'm sure the other cast members, if they feel it is right, they will do so also. But you can't really judge those people. That's their personal life. We don't know what's going on. We don't know their position and what they think is right for themselves. You have to be You have to be understandable of that. And even Ray Fisher said he doesn't even need anyone's help. He just needs a rallying fan base behind him to speak for him. He appreciates the support and he accepts it. But he doesn't want people doing stuff that they don't want to do either. But I think over time we will get to find out more of what happened on set with Joss Whedon, with Geoff Johns, with Jon Berg. Ray Fisher is slowly building up to unveiling everything that happened. He isn't backing down. He kind of seems to be kind of picking them off one by one, and different posts, and maybe there'll even be more posts in the next few days. And Geoff Johns is being marketed to be at DC Fandom. Will he actually appear? I don't know. They have him there in that list of guests, and he probably will appear, because nothing major has come out yet about his behaviour on set and his behaviour around people. But I'm sure we will, and that could be bad for his career going forward with DC. He already doesn't have a big position like he did before. Of course, Stargirl, he's working on that, and I've actually watched the first 5 episodes of that show, and I actually really like it. But seemingly Geoff Johns, in a personal way, is a very bad person, and he's a very hard person to get on with, and he wants to be right. And it sounds like he got very power hungry in his time when he was trying to take over the DCU, trying to be a Kevin Feige-like figure for DC and Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers kind of took some of that stuff that he was spewing out about this would work, that would work, and ended up fucking up the air cut, the Suicide Squad as well, and then eventually Justice League. But I fully believe we will find out more of what happened. And Ray Fisher has even said that Joss Whedon should be scared, and that probably goes for Jon Berg and Geoff Johns as well. These men should be scared of what Ray Fisher is willing to do to expose what they did and what they did to people on set. There's a lot of rumors going out there, a lot of things being said of what actually happened, and there's more stuff to come also, which will be very interesting. And like, the Schneider Cut movement has been more than a plea to get a film released. It's done so much more in terms of charity events for suicide prevention. Absolutely brilliant. Even hunger, homelessness, things like that, absolutely outstanding. But there's actually more to this. It was more than getting a film released. It was about artistic integrity, but it was also about these people being put through hardship, being put through a tormented time on set when Zach left. These are people's personal lives, their jobs. We all have jobs. Like these are these people's jobs. It's a pretty cool job being an actor, being a director, but it's still their jobs at the end of the day. They want to be treated with respect. They want to enjoy their working environment, or at least just clock in and clock out with any bullshit. Just do their job and leave. But it sounds like people had a very hard time of doing that, and the difference between Zach's working environment and Geoff Johns and Joss Whedon's working environment is completely on two different ends of not even the same fucking road, or whatever you want to call it. So hopefully more comes out, and Geoff Johns, these people are held responsible for their actions, because people give Zack Snyder a lot of shit for his filmmaking, when he's a very good filmmaker. He's a very, more importantly, he's a respectful human being. But anyway, guys, I'm proud to stand with Ray Fisher. I will support him in anything he does. He seems like a very good guy. He seems like he wants to do the right thing. And he's on a mission to take down those 3 men, but do it in the right way, where he is not left vulnerable in anything that comes out with. He has proof, he has people to back him up, and he's going to do the right thing. Also, guys, give a like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and come engage with me in my social medias, and let's talk about the one thing we love, which is movies. Until next time, guys, accountability over entertainment.